I'm sharing with you the most important lessons learned from my ongoing DIY project. That's right, I'm building a sauna, and this is how it's looking like at the moment. A proper build report will follow sometime in the future. So if you, like me, wanted to have a sauna yourself, pay attention to these 6 lessons learned that I'm happy to share with you. Number 1, make a plan and stick to it. Before you start any DIY project of a certain size, make sure you have a proper plan. And more importantly, understand why you want to build something and what your motivations are. Only after having understood your objectives, you should start the actual planning of your project. And make sure to write down your plan. That helps a lot. Number 2, define a budget and stick to it. This may include adjusting your plans. Also, make sure you know what quality to expect for the budget you have. You cannot expect a Ferrari for the price of a Fiat. If your budget is limited, like mine is, search for options. Oftentimes you will find cheaper alternatives with almost the same characteristics for a much cheaper price. Number 3, make sure you know the regulatory framework that applies to your project. This may heavily impact on your plans. You might also change the order of the activities. However, make sure you do this before you actually start spending money on the project, thus reducing the remaining budget. For example, where I live, saunas require a building permit, but saunas under 9 cubic meters of size and volume are excluded from that. So as my sauna was going to be below that, I didn't need that permit, otherwise it would have become quite difficult to get one. Number 4, let the project rest. Actually, this is kind of important. Make sure to let your idea mature in your head without actually working on it. If you want to keep yourself busy, find something else to do in your house. I don't know, like a small project, painting a wall, whatever, cleaning your closet. You can do whatever you want, but let your idea rest. And after doing so, talk to your friends and family. Ask them about your idea, what they think is good, what they think is not good. They will have valuable feedback for you. Number 5, plan the details. Start with the most expensive and complex things first. Make sure that you figure out any intermediate steps before you reach completion. Things to consider when building a sauna are size and dimensions. The larger it is, the more people you can fit in it. However, it will also consume more energy. Insulation. The more you can fit in the space, the easier and cheaper it will be. Humidity management. This is actually a crucial one. Hot air can store more water than cold air. But once the sauna gets cold, that humidity in the air will condensate against the walls. Make sure the sauna can dry up after you're using it. You also have to think about ventilation to ensure a comfortable airflow by positioning the air inlets properly. Then you'll have to think about bench positioning, illumination, how much light do you actually need and how much do you want. What's the electricity supply situation like? Can your house installation actually supply all the electricity necessary? You might have to think about cable management, water management, etc. So make sure that you think about these details before you actually start building. Number 6, be prepared to lose the motivation every once in a while and be ready to continue anyways. Your motivation will come back, but the importance is that you must be mentally ready to continue your project even though you might lose your motivation every once in a while. And only after checking these 6 boxes, only afterwards, you should get operational. And if you want to learn my tips and tricks that I learned when building a sauna, make sure to watch the build report once that video is done.